welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for joining me again today. I am going to do a little bit of a different kind of video for you today. I have decided on a couple of new series that I want to put out in 2021. One of which is how I do our weekly dinner meal plan. There's been a little bit of interest in this in the comment section of my Aldi haul videos, and I thought it'd be sort of a natural progression into, you know, you see me buy the groceries, here's what I do with the groceries. So I've got notes written down right here, so if you see me looking down, that's why. So I plan our dinner meals for the next week at the end of the previous week. I don't usually plan out our breakfast and lunches unless I'm planning on doing something special for like a holiday or special occasion or something like that. So breakfast items, we all kind of do our own thing. Ivan gets breakfast and lunch at his daycare Monday through Friday, so we don't even have to worry about that. We're very fortunate. And then Nick has been doing smoothies lately for breakfast, and then lunch is kind of a mixed bag for him. He might have leftovers from dinner the night before, or he might be grabbing lunch with a client. And I usually try and take my lunch every day of the work week. Sometimes I do have a lunch out just as a treat. So breakfast and lunch don't require, at this time in our life, much planning, but dinner absolutely has to be planned. It makes it so much easier on me during the work week. And if I don't do it, then everything just feels more jumbled in my head, and I'm worried about rushing home to figure out the game plan for dinner, and that's a terrible time to try and figure out your dinner game plan. So I can't even remember how long now, at least since Ivan's been in daycare, he was 3 months old when he went. No, it took me a while to get my act together. I think since he's been about 6 months old, I have planned our dinners on a weekly basis. So I have a few goals to keep in mind as I do my meal planning. First one is it's got to be balanced and delicious for all three of us in the family. We are 2 adults, 1 toddler. We have no allergies and no dietary restrictions. So I make things that we all 3 can eat. Even if I have to sort of deconstruct Ivan's a little bit, I'm not having to make a separate meal for him. And then it's also my goal for us to eat at home 6 nights a week. That doesn't always happen, but that's kind of the ideal week. We do plan for 1 takeout night a week, and it's usually on Friday or Saturday night. What else? I focus on simple recipes. If it's got like a long list of ingredients, I'm not gonna make it for a weeknight meal. If that's something I wanna embark upon on the weekend when I know I have more time to really like enjoy the process, great. But like for example, I get Food and Wine magazine. I got a free subscription, something about airline points expiring. And it's a really great like aspirational magazine for me to look at. I'm like, look at these gorgeous meals with all of these seasonings. But the ingredients lists are like 20 ingredients long. Don't do that on a weeknight. Don't do that to yourself, especially if you're working outside of the home, especially if you're working from home. It just, just don't do it to yourself at all. I mean, we're all more crunched for time during the week. I'm trying to think if there's any exceptions, because I'm sure there are, but just keep it simple. You're not gonna get an award for cooking the most elaborate meal during the work week. So like I said, limit it to like 5 to 7 ingredients, including the protein. We do base our meals around a protein. We are meat eaters. So yeah, we eat meat. And then, what are my other notes? My meal plan follows kind of a flow, and I'm not trying to get all woo-woo on you, but I find that at the beginning of the week, I'm kind of like slowly getting into the groove. So Monday night, I plan something super simple. It's either leftovers from dinner on Sunday night, which is ideal, or something really easy like breakfast for dinner, which I always have as a fallback, but we don't end up usually having to eat it very often. We're more likely to do grilled cheese and tomato soup. Keep the ingredients for grilled cheese and tomato soup dinner on hand at all times. It's a crowd pleaser, it's super easy, it's perfect during the winter. Let that be your fallback easy meal. And if Monday is actually a good night for you to do some cooking, save your easy meal for later in the week. So mine goes from easy to a little bit harder, back down to easy at the end of the week, and there's no shame in it. Like I said, we do plan for one takeout night a week. I always plan on one leftover night, and then we always have pizza one night, and it's usually on Fridays. I just feel like Fridays are the perfect pizza night, and I look forward to like one day doing like pizza and movie night as a family. Ivan doesn't really have the attention span to watch a whole movie yet, but I think that'll be super fun. I can't wait. But yeah, just plan on pizza. Everyone loves it. I mean, even the parents. I know that as parents we try and like limit the pizza, but we're only hurting ourselves. So anyway, those are kind of the basic principles of how I meal plan. I'm gonna stop rambling and just start kind of showing you actionable things you can do. So I have this new planner for 2021. It's called the Savor Beauty Planner, and it popped up in an ad on Instagram, and what I thought was interesting and kind of genius about it is that it's only for the next 90 days. And it's, I think, really well mapped out if you have like some specific goals you want to reach. So for example, I have a goal to reach of 500 subscribers by April. So I'm able to really like block out different types of tasks in order for me to meet my goals. And I really like it so far. I was gonna try and go super minimal on the planner this year. I got like a tiny pocket-sized one that would fit in my purse, which I thought was great. And then this one popped up when I was home for the holidays, and I just got sucked into it. And they're geniuses, because if you like this method, then you don't just buy one planner a year from them, you buy 4. So yeah, I'm a sucker. But anyway, I really like it so far. And it focuses on self-care. Like you start out, I'm just gonna show you, this is not like an ad for this planner or anything. I'm just letting you know an organizational tool that I am using on a daily basis. But you have this like setting your intentions for the week. Obviously I didn't have many intentions for this week. I was just trying to survive the first week back. And then you kind of do a brain dump of like all the to-do things that are just like clogging up your brain. You like define your priorities and you focus on like some self-care items for the week. I think it's awesome. So anyway, that is what I'm going to be using. And what I have done first of all is just in the notes section side of this planner, I have peeked into our fridges and freezer to see what we need to use up. If you watched my Vlogmas videos, you may remember that our refrigerator died on Christmas Eve. It was a logistical challenge. We have overcome it, but we are still running on 2 little mini fridges that are sitting in our dining room and a new chest freezer. You know what? I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna walk you through this. Hang tight. Okay, I'm gonna show you our food storage setup that we have right now. It's just here in our dining room, and we've got this new chest freezer, which we purchased to get by, and because we had been wanting a chest freezer, so it was an okay time, and we were able to find one that we could just pick up that day at Target. So we have it's like a 7.5 cubic foot one. It's got all of our frozen stuff in it, but it's kind of full for just now getting it, but we have a lot of different meats, and we're able to salvage the dino chicken nuggets, so thank goodness, and we got our ice cream, so we're covered. And then we have this mini fridge, which is ours, and we had been keeping in the garage and just keeping like beers in it, but now it's my main storage. But as you can see, it's already kind of packed just with like condiments and other staples, so we're just not keeping many extra leftovers on hand. I'm cooking things that we can eat in 1 or 2 sittings and then move on. And then we also have this larger mini fridge, which you would think, why is the other one so full? Why don't you put some stuff in there? Well, this one likes to just straight up freeze stuff. So I kind of have to put stuff in here that I don't mind if it freezes because we haven't, I think the dial might be broken, but anyway, my brother had this in his garage and I'm so glad he did, because like it's really serving well as an overflow, and there were some other things that I was able to keep frozen because it's acting like a freezer. So that's our food storage setup. And then of course we still have our pantry and everything, but we don't have a ton of leftover odds and ends simply because we're limited on space right now. So anyway, that's our food storage. That's where we're at right now. The tech is coming soon. Maybe we'll have a fridge again soon. But as I said, we don't have too much on hand that just like has to be used up, because I've been trying to focus on meals that we can finish in 1 or 2 sittings and just keep the fridge, the tiny fridge, from being clogged up. So I went through and made a list, and I actually made most of this list from memory. If you're kind of obsessed with meal planning like I am, you start to just automatically like catalog what's in your refrigerator and pantry. But it's okay if you need to like go walk into the kitchen and open the fridge and go, okay, what's hanging around that will go bad soon? We want to try and minimize food waste as well when we meal plan. And we also want to focus on using what we have on hand, because it's not super cost effective to go through your meal planning and then have to go buy every single ingredient for it. Look at what you have and then don't be afraid to modify. And I'll kind of give you some examples of how I do that as I walk through my meal plan for next week. So a few items that I've identified that I know I need to use up. I've got some whole milk plain yogurt. I've got a half bag of pasta that has been opened for a while that I should probably go ahead and use. I've got some tuna steaks that have been in our freezer for a while, and that's the only fish I have on hand, so I want to try and use that this week. I've got some French onion dip that needs to be used up, eggs that definitely need to go, and then a couple of like rectangular pieces of flatbread that need to be used up. I also have things like canned tomatoes. I know I want to use some ground beef this week, mini peppers. I know I have some cream cheese. I have a container of marinara. So just the like low hanging fruit, so to speak, of what you have on hand that you can kind of, it starts to make the meal plan for you. That way you're not reaching from the sky trying to think of the next recipe you want to use. They'll start to kind of jump off the page at you and be like, oh, this sounds like, you know, a pasta meal or a pasta dish, or this sounds like we could make spaghetti or chili, or, you know, it starts to kind of take shape when you write out what you've got and you want to use up. So the next like paper item I use is just a little days of the week notepad that it's got a magnet on the back. I don't know where I got this. I don't know how long I've even had it. I just finally started using it, you know, when Ivan was 6 months old and I started meal planning better. And it works well for us. I know what I'm going to be doing each night to help me plan for the meals, but this way the whole family, which is just me and Nick right now, can read and see what we're gonna have for dinner that night, so we can just keep it in mind. And it really helps out. And I just stick it on the side of our fridge because the front of our fridge is not magnetic. Yeah. So, where's my last week? So here I have my meal plan for last week, and you will notice one thing is that I leave Sunday blank. I kind of feel like I start my meal plan on Sundays because that's usually when I can start fresh in terms of preparing things. I've gone to the grocery in the last day or two. It tends to start on Sunday, and plus if I try and figure out what I want to eat for Sunday more than a week in advance, there's just no way I'm gonna know what we're gonna have on hand or what I'm gonna feel like. So I don't even try and go that far forward in time. So last week what we had was chicken stir fry and Instant Pot rice on Monday. So that was easy because I was able to prepare the chicken and the vegetables on Sundays, because that sounds like more of like a complicated, maybe not a complicated meal, but a more like labor intensive meal. I try and take advantage of Sunday evenings to do a little bit of prep. Tuesday, baked salmon, couscous, and then a frozen mixed vegetable. That's not too bad. That's pretty healthy for the weeknight. Wednesday, I pulled together a casserole. So it kind of started out easy with some leftovers. And now my brain's ticking. It's Tuesday. I've had a better work day because I'm awake. And I'm going to pull off a baked salmon and veggie meal. And then on Wednesday, I'm going to pull off a casserole, which then gives me my leftovers for Thursday. Pizza night, plug it in. It's Friday night. Saturday night, takeout night. So it can kind of build itself once you find the groove that works for your family. This is what works for our family. Maybe pizza night is Monday night for you guys. Maybe that's the easy meal you want to focus on. You like frozen pizza. You want to make that your takeout night too. And it gives you something to look forward to at the end of a long Monday. Maybe that's what works for you. But for us, we like our pizza party Friday night. And then we like to have takeout on Saturday. And then Sunday, I will say a note about Sunday, even though I don't plan it far ahead. I like for it to be a home-cooked meal. I really love when I get my act together and put something in the crock pot, and then it makes the house smell good all day. And then it's ready for us. And ideally, there would be leftovers for Monday. So, yeah. I think that's all the basic principle. So, I have my list of things I want to use up. I know that I have some ground beef on hand. I know that I have chicken. I know that I've got eggs. I know I've got those tuna steaks. I think for this Sunday, I'm gonna make some sort of Greek yogurt marinated chicken because I have that yogurt I want to use up. And it's like 3/4 of a container, so it's quite a bit. It's like a big one. So I'll marinate some chicken. I've got a couple of pounds of chicken tenders from our butcher box, so I might do those, and maybe even I'll put them on a skewer and have Nick put them on the grill. That's also weekends might be just a fun family cook together night for you. We do takeout, but maybe you guys all like to grill together. Maybe each person likes to kind of do their own thing and pull it together all in one big meal. Just start to think how you can enjoy the food as a family more. It shouldn't be hard. It will take effort, but it shouldn't be too hard or complicated. And the last thing we want it to be is another source of stress for you. So Sunday, we're going to have, so I'm going to fill in this Sunday. We're going to have yogurt, Greek chicken, and since I'll probably still have yogurt left over, I can make a homemade tzatziki sauce because I have kind of the basics on hand for that. You would just need yogurt, some garlic, maybe a little bit of dill, lemon juice. If you had real lemons, it'd be better, but guess what? I have lemon juice. That's what I'm going to use. So those are the kinds of substitutions. I don't want you to feel like you have to run out and buy a couple of lemons if you have some lemon juice on hand. Just don't sweat it. It's fine. It'll still taste good. So I'm going to have some yogurt, Greek chicken with tzatziki sauce, and then I know that I have flatbread that can be used and hummus. So maybe we even make some Greek flatbread roll-ups. So I'll just put in the flatbread to be used up, and we can even make some fries to go with it if we want it to kind of be I don't know if you have Tzatziki's, the restaurant in your area, but they always do those Euro sandwiches with, I think you can get fries. No, you get chips. So we could even put some fries in there. I don't know if we'll need them, but it's an option. So I filled out Sunday already. And my goal for this Sunday meal is to make enough for Monday night. So I'll probably make both. I think I have 2 packages of the chicken tenders. And by chicken tenders, I just mean chicken breast cut up already in tender strips. They're not breaded or anything. So I'm gonna make a double batch of those so that we can have them for dinner on Monday night. So then I pull up a new week and we're gonna say Greek chicken leftovers. And sorry, I guess I could angle the camera down more. Let's see. Here we go. I'm gonna have to scrunch a little bit because my camera work isn't fancy enough. But anyway, so look, we've already got Monday planned. It's gonna be easy, it's gonna be leftovers. And then I'm gonna go ahead and fill in Friday because it's pizza night. And a note on pizza night, when I say pizza night, I usually mean frozen Aldi pizzas because I don't wanna use up my takeout night and my pizza night all at once. You gotta like stretch it, make it worth your while. So we'll just have a frozen Aldi pizza and probably a little side salad to go with it. We can still make it balanced. So I'll put in frozen pizza, side salad, and then Saturday I'll go ahead and fill in our takeout night. And we always kind of decide what we're feeling like during the day that day. So I have no idea where we're gonna get takeout from. And then, so I've used up the flatbread, used up the yogurt, chicken. What else do I need to use up? And I've even kind of put a dot next to the items that I really want to use. Eggs, we could probably eat for breakfast and get rid of them, but Thursday night is my leftovers night. We're kind of backing into the week, really. And whenever I put down leftovers, I have to keep in mind that there is a chance that there may not be any leftovers that week. We like to eat our leftovers for lunch a lot, Nick and I. So sometimes there may not be enough leftovers for the whole family to have leftovers, or there's none at all. So go ahead and build in a backup. And it's usually either breakfast for dinner or grilled cheese and tomato soup. It's okay to have a fallback meal. And both are kind of crowd pleasers, so I don't feel bad about it. So Thursday night is my leftovers night, and then I'm gonna put or breakfast for dinner, because we don't have any tomato soup right now. Don't feel like you have to go out and buy tomato soup. Do breakfast for dinner. We've got pancakes, we've got toast, we've got eggs, we've got orange juice. That's what we will do if there are no leftovers to be had. So even already, I'm only down to 2 nights that I need to fill in. I definitely want to use these tuna steaks, and I know I've got some corn tortillas that I've made a note of that I've kind of pulled out of the freezer a couple times and probably need to be used up. So I'm thinking like tuna steak tacos, and I think I'll do those on Tuesday night when I'm kind of getting into the groove of the week. And then with that, I can either make some like Mexican style rice, because I always have rice and tomato sauce on hand, or I could pull together like a homemade salsa. I could even do a little bit of like I've got these mini peppers. I can dice some of those up and like make kind of a crunchy topping to put on top of the tuna steak. So we'll just see kind of where that leads us. But tuna steak tacos. And I'm doing that early in the week so that I can either take Sunday. Ooh, the light just got crazy. What happened? Ooh. Okay. I'm doing that early in the week so that I can try and either prep the tuna steak for the tacos on Sunday night and it'll still be good on Tuesday, or with my free time on Monday night, since we're having leftovers, I can prep it the night before and the meal will pretty much be ready to go. And then, see, now I think I'm crooked. This is hard. This is a hard video to film. And then the next week, I think I'm gonna use, the next day, I'm gonna use up that half bag of pasta. And I've got ground beef and marinara, so I'm just gonna do a pasta dish with meaty marinara. And then I picked up some garlic Texas toast at Aldi that's just from the freezer section, and then I will add that in, Texas toast. So that'll be a good, easy meal. And then the rest of the week is filled out. We do leftovers on Thursday, pizza Friday, and takeout night on Saturday. Okay, so that is our meal plan for the week done. Keep in mind that this is not an exact science. If you decide to switch up a couple days, that's okay. You don't win an award for keeping everything as you planned it a few days prior. Sometimes I'll switch up things. Sometimes I'll decide that there's no leftovers on Thursday night and I really want frozen pizza. So we're gonna have frozen pizza on Thursday night and I will just figure out something for Friday. But if you at least have the framework, you will be much less likely to spend extra money getting takeout more than once a week, or just eating total crap. Because quite frankly, that's what I would do. Even if we don't do takeout, I would end up eating like Wheat Thins and popcorn and like string cheese for dinner. And that's just, no one's gonna feel good on that kind of dinner. So here we have, you know, what I would consider a fairly well-balanced meal for a family of 3. This is not like super clean eating. It's not keto friendly. It's not Mediterranean diet. It doesn't adhere to any specific diet. It's cool if you do. But for us right now, the way we eat is just to focus on balanced, yummy meals that all 3 of us can enjoy together. So anyway, I think that's all I've got for you for this first How I Meal Plan video. I'm sure I'll get better at doing these if I continue to do these on a weekly basis. I would love to sit down and do this on a weekly basis because I feel like filming it will kind of force me to get even more creative with the different meals I come up with. And then I can kind of share that with you guys and show you that it's not hard to, you know, have a different variety of meals even during the work week. So please comment below if this type of video is interesting to you, or if you have any constructive criticism, if you have any suggestions. Some people do like a theme each night, like Meatless Monday, Taco Tuesday, Pasta Wednesday. I think that's great. We eat a pretty good variety of different types of foods, so I don't know that I would want to like box in to those categories on a weekly basis, but maybe like every other week you could even do that, so that would still give you some variety. There's so many different ways to do this well and to do this in a way that's digestible for you and your family. And yeah, I just think that it will save you a lot of time during the week, especially if you are a working mother or a working father and you're watching this. Like, I want you to feel empowered to make delicious meals for your family. And then in the next video, I think I will probably talk a little bit more about how I prep ahead of time for meals, because these meals that come at the front end of my week, I'm doing some of the prep for it on Sundays or even Monday or Tuesday nights. So maybe, since I won't have to do like all the intro stuff next video, I can kind of walk you through how I prep things so that the meal comes together ideally in 20 minutes when I get home. If you have not subscribed to my channel, please subscribe right now. That way you will get notifications when I post new videos. Thank you so much again for watching. Comment below and let me know what you think of this series, and I will talk to you next time. Bye.